Hi, everybody. My name is Miss Sarah, and today we are going to talk about the bones in our bodies and the foods and drinks we need to put in our bodies to make sure that we are building strong bones. Check out this cool skeleton. Does anybody know how many bones are in his body and ours? It's a really big number. Believe it or not, we have over 200 bones in our bodies and 27 in each hand alone. Why do you think we need strong bones? That's right. We need strong bones to be able to move our bodies to do all the active things we love to do. When we have weak bones, that means they can break easily. Have you ever broken a bone or had a friend or family member break a bone? The good thing is that we can strengthen our bones by doing two main things. Do you know what those two important things might be? Yes. The first thing we can do is weight-bearing exercise, and that means doing activities that take on the whole weight of our bodies, like running or jumping rope or playing basketball or soccer. The other really important thing we can do to strengthen our bones is to eat foods that have a whole lot of a nutrient we call calcium. I know you already learned about nutrients from another lesson. Remember, nutrients are the stuff in our food like vitamins and minerals that do important jobs for our bodies. Calcium is a mineral form of a nutrient. We'll talk more about calcium in just a minute, but one really neat thing to know about your bones as kids is that they're kind of like piggy banks. Do any of you have piggy banks that you put coins into at home? Well, our bones are like the piggy banks, and calcium is like the coins. You can drop calcium coins in your bones now and save to have enough for later in life as you get older. So you may be thinking, in what foods do we find calcium? Well, calcium is found in many foods, but mostly dairy foods and beverages. Do you know what animal dairy foods and beverages come from? Let me give you a hint. It lives on a farm and makes the sound moo. That's right. Dairy foods and drinks come from cows, and more specifically, the milk that comes from cows. So we know that milk is a dairy beverage that comes from cows. Maybe you pour milk on your cereal in the morning or have a glass of milk with your lunch or dinner. What are some other examples of dairy that you might eat in your day? So the first one that I am thinking of is often eaten at breakfast or as a snack, and it can come in many flavors, or you can have it plain, maybe with fruit and granola on top. You got it, yogurt. Look at this delicious cup of yogurt with strawberries and blueberries and granola on top. The next dairy food I'm thinking of, you eat with a spoon as well, but is not so sweet like yogurt, but more on the salty side. Can anyone guess what it might be? That's right, cottage cheese. My kids like cottage cheese with pineapple chunks on top, but maybe you like it with sliced apples and a pinch of cinnamon. Okay, so the next dairy food I want to introduce you to can be sliced in a sandwich, shredded on a pizza, or cubed as a snack. You all are really good at this. Yes, it's cheese, of course. We can enjoy cheese in so many different ways. Maybe you pack string cheese for a snack or like it melted in a quesadilla. Okay, so I just have two more dairy foods that I'm thinking of, and they both go in the dessert category. The first one is probably most popular in chocolate flavor, and it is smooth and creamy. Yes. How many of you like pudding, especially chocolate pudding, when it's topped with whipped cream? Now, pudding does have a lot of sugar in it, so we don't want to eat too much of it. Okay, so we have just one more dairy food that I want you all to think of, and this one most of us really like to eat on a hot day, maybe in a cone with sprinkles or a cherry on top. Of course, how could we forget ice cream? Now, while ice cream does have calcium in it, like pudding, it also has a lot of sugar. So we want to make sure this is something that we save for once in a while or special occasions like birthdays. So now that I have made you all really hungry, especially after showing you that yummy picture of ice cream, we are going to review. I showed you 6 examples of dairy foods that are good sources of calcium. Remember, calcium is that important nutrient that our bodies need to build strong bones, and that as a kid you can drop in your bones much like you do coins in a piggy bank. The 6 calcium-rich dairy foods that I showed you were milk, yogurt, cottage cheese, pudding, and ice cream. Now, in order to get enough calcium from these foods to build strong bones, we need to try and eat or drink not 1, not 2, but 3 of them a day. Do you think you can do that? Let's think about how you might get to 3 servings of calcium in a day. So what about cereal with milk for breakfast, a strawberry yogurt smoothie for a snack, and a grilled cheese with tomato soup for dinner? That would make 1, 2, 3 servings of dairy. Okay, let's try another. How about a cheese omelet for breakfast, cottage cheese with mandarin oranges for a snack, and chocolate pudding for dessert? Again, that would make 1, 2, 3 servings of dairy foods that have a lot of calcium in them. So remember, if we want to make sure that we have strong bones to help us do all the active things we love to do, like playing on a playground or jumping rope, we need to have 3 dairy foods or drinks a day, mostly milk, yogurt, and cheese, and every now and then dairy desserts like pudding and ice cream. So thanks for doing such a great job paying attention. Bye now.